Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Karen's Kitchen. I thought I'd do a little deviation today from an actual cooking scope and show you one of the Pampered Chef products I've been talking about and show you how to actually use it. I mean, to demonstrate it when you're actually using food with it. Hi, Richard. Good to see you. To demonstrate it using food makes it a lot easier for people to understand how to use it than just to tell you, well, this is how you use it. So I thought I would demonstrate it to show you how to use it. And I'm going to add some onion to it. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Oh, thank you for sharing, Richard. I'll put my pan down in a little bit, or put my tripod down. But I'll show you what I've got on here. And this is the, if you can see it, this is the simple slicer. I might put it down a little bit more and move this over. It's really, this is a simple slicer. This here will lock onto your pan. And hi, good to see you. And this is the guard. You've got to use the guard at all times. And that has got a groove that it slides right into the, hi, good to see you. Welcome. I hope you can see okay, because I don't want to put it down too far. You waiting on Mama Case? I know a lot of them are. A lot of people are, Richard. I just haven't done it yet. I'm sorry. But I thought with me doing a demonstration of the simple slicer, I'll get a lot of people in here because they want to know how these things work. And just telling you is not the same as showing you. I want to be able to show you. I might have to put this over just a little bit more so you can see a little bit better here. I might cut me off, but when I go back and forth on, I can probably put it down just a little bit lower. Just don't want to tip the thing over. Yeah, there we go. Don't want to tip the thing over. I can still see your comments somewhat. As you can see, this is the guard, and this is the part that I was telling you about the other day, that the potato or your cucumber or zucchini goes on. You just cut it in half like I did. You take the half that you've cut, and you put that on the prongs. As you can see, you could probably put more than one potato in here, but I just do one at a time. And it's basically really simple. And I will show you those that are in here because I'm getting quite a few in here now, and I'll show you. Basically, I just put this back on here, and basically I hold onto my handle, and I just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And this thing will eventually go all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to turn my pan on so you can, and this thing will go all the way to the bottom. And when it gets all the way to the bottom, that is when you know that the potato is done, and you can put another potato on there. It takes a little time to get started. I think it has. Oh, I haven't unlocked it. I forgot. See, that's where I was very. I'm not going to unlock it. No wonder it wasn't doing anything. I had it in the lock position. I kept it in the lock position. Hi, Erlene. I kept it in the lock position because I didn't want to slice my finger off. So as you can see, you just go back and forth, and you can see they're falling into the pan. And this thing keeps going down. It'll get all the way flush to the bottom. And when it gets flush to the bottom, then I stop it and put another potato in there. This is very simple. This just goes back and forth. This is the guard. This is why you use the guard. This is a very sharp blade. Yeah, I know, and I should have. And a day late and $1 short, but I thought I'd demonstrate it anyway, because there are people out there that want to know how these things work. And I thought, well, in lieu of a cooking scope today, I'll just come in here and show people and demonstrate how this really, really works. It's awesome because it's simple. You don't get your fingers cut. Oh, people were asking to buy them. Well, I hope the people that were asking to buy them will come in there and watch how I'm doing this, because this is a very awesome tool. Okay, now it's down to the bottom. I'm going to pull this off. As you can see, it's down to the bottom. And don't ever get your fingers in the blade. I'm just pulling off what's stuck there. And then this goes down like this. And then I take the next part and I put it on here like this and push it down. Push it down just like that. And basically what it does, you slip that back on and just go back and forth with it. It'll eventually, it'll slide on there a little bit better. And then I slide this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it's a simple process that you don't lose a fingernail, skin, or whatever it might be, because you'd lose a lot. You'd lose a fingernail and skin if you don't have this guard on. That's what I'm saying. You must use this guard at all times. This guard is something that I'm glad it's there, because if it didn't have the guard, knowing me, I probably would lose a fingernail or a skin, because I'm very accident prone. As you can see how this is sliced up so far? Let me get a spatula. I've got a smaller one here. I'll use this one. See how these are, and I'm going to put some salt on this, but see how they're pretty much real thin? See how they're thin? They're all pretty much the same size. They all will fry evenly, and you don't have any problem with some not getting done, others getting done, and others not. Because that's what problem when you do it with a knife. You have problems with it not getting done like it should. I'm going to go ahead and do another potato. I think I have 3 potatoes ready to go, so I'll show you. Like I said, just go back and forth. This is real simple. Thank you for inviting your followers, Erlene. Because this is something that a lot of people want to know how to use. It's a very simple product to use. My daughter wants to get one, but she can't afford it right now. Which I probably, or my free items, I probably should have gotten it for her. I didn't even think about it. But anyway, this is a simple way of cutting up your potatoes. You can use this for zucchini, for cucumbers, probably carrots too, although I don't know how that would work. But any kind of vegetables like that you can use, and onions as well. However, you got to kind of cut your onions up in half, or you can't do it with them like you can with potatoes. So I'm going to put a little bit of onion on here, and I'm going to cut them up a little bit. I've already I use half the onion. I slice it like this, and I'll just put it on there, and we'll see what kind of onion I get, because I didn't want to put the whole onion on my potato. But onions on potatoes are really good. You can see how this works. Goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. With this guard, it makes it real simple. You don't have to worry about your fingers. I don't know. I really don't know. This is specially made for Pampered Chef, so I don't know. I know there are mandolins out there, but whether they have a guard onto them or not, I don't know. This guard may not fit an older style mandolin. They probably are a little different. Although my daughter and I were looking on Amazon today, or no, on Walmart, and they have a Prep Solutions one there that looks exactly identical to the simple slicer, and it's got the guard and everything. And she'd like to have it, but she can't afford it. And I says, well, I'll buy it for her and then send it to her. But this is awesome the way it works. Oh, you have a Pampered Chef, but it's from the 90s. I bet it still works as good as ever, though. You know, and you can go. You know, you can go to your Goodwill or Salvation Army, and sometimes you can find Pampered Chef products there that people will donate them. That's probably what I'd do if I've got some that I probably will never use, and that's what I might do is just take them and donate them. Because somebody will appreciate them. We'll see how well this works. This really does a good job. The old Alexis has got the real old onion chopper, and she said that thing is probably maybe 20 years old, and it works just as good as a brand new chopper would. It's got the chicken on it. So hers works real well. See how that's done. Now I'm gonna try and put a little bit of the onion on here. Sorry, see if I can put both of these on here at the same time. I don't know if I can or not. Nah, I'll just do one at a time because I don't want to take that off. And I just put some onion on top, and then I'm gonna put some salt on it too. You cannot use this for tomatoes, though. It won't work. The tomatoes are too mushy. It has to be for your harder veggies like your potatoes, your cucumbers, your zucchini. Squash, you can probably use it on that. I don't know. too much more. You could try it on carrots. I never have, but you can probably try it on carrots. They say that carrots do work, but I have never really tried it, so I don't know. As you can see, this makes fast work with the potatoes. When you do it, like I said, when you do it with the paring knife, you never get them the same size. You can't. It's impossible to get them the same thickness because your paring knife is going to slip and you're going to get it too. One's going to be too thin, the next one's going to be too thick, and you're never going to get it the way it should be. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to go ahead and lock this because I don't want to get my fingers hurt. So I can go up here now since it's been locked and clean this off, and I won't get anything get skin off. Now you can see how this really did. Look at that, how it sliced the onion and everything up. 3 potatoes, and it's going to make them really, really nice. It's going to make them nice and brown. That's basically all there is to the simple slicer. It's an awesome tool, and I should have probably promoted it a little bit more. Probably should have showed you one at my party because it just ended yesterday, and she submitted it. But those that may be wanting Pampered Chef, I think there's parties going on now. I don't know who's having parties, but, you know, Alexis is not in here right now, but she does have a link in her profile that you can click on somebody's party in there, and you can buy any kind of whatever you need, whether it's simple slicer, the quick slicer, which is a little different than the simple slicer. It works great too, but I like the simple slicer much better. You can't use the quick slicer for every vegetable though. That's good for tomatoes. It's good for your soft veggies like your peppers. And I use that when I make something that calls for sliced peppers because it does a real good job of slicing it. Let me go get my lid for that. So we're cooking a little bit better. So that's basically all there is to the simple slicer. If you need a simple slicer, then ask Alexis and she will see to it that you get it. This is an awesome product. It really is. But like I said, you never want to use this without the guard because you're going to lose a fingernail. You're going to lose you're going to lose some skin. And this fits right on there. I like the fact that you can take this off, like I said, and you can put your potatoes right in there on these prongs and run it back and forth. And you can see how it sliced it up. It sliced them up all the same size. They're the same thickness. No problem. They're all going to fry the same. They're all going to get done at the same time. This is my lunch. With my, if you haven't seen it, I did a lentil burger yesterday, and I've got this on the sandwich. But if you want to see, this is my lentil burger I did yesterday. I put it on a sandwich, and I'm going to eat this today for lunch. I've got another one in the refrigerator. If you didn't see that Periscope, go in yesterday's Periscope, and you can watch how I made the lentil burgers. They're awesome, and that'll taste real good with these potatoes. Put this back down a little bit so you can see how they're frying. Well, there you go. See how they're starting to brown. And this is the 10-inch skillet, by the way. I could have done it in the 12-inch, but I thought maybe that would have been too much. The 10-inch seems to be just right. I'm not getting this on potatoes again because I'm just about out. I about used them all up on this. But hi, good to see you. Welcome. You'll have to come. Those that just came in, you're going to have to go back and watch the replay on the demonstration of how to use the simple slicer. I wanted to demonstrate it. Oh, they're great. They're great. Carmen does a lot of sleeping on my chair. She doesn't want me getting up too much to come out here in the kitchen. She'd rather stay there and sleep. But I have to get up once in a while. I have to do some things, and I'm trying to get information on one of my bills I had to pay, and she wouldn't get up out of my chair. And I said, well, you got to get up so I can get the information, my credit card and stuff. But she finally moved. But when she comes up on my chair, she'll sleep there for quite a while, and she snores like crazy. So, but you can see all these potatoes. See how thin they are? This is 1/8 of an inch thick. And they're all pretty, they're all sliced the same thickness. That's what makes the simple slicer so nice, because they're all the same thickness, and you don't have to worry about one getting done faster than the other ones will, because they all get done together. Those that did not see it, this is the Simple Slicer from Pampered Chef. It's in the lock position right now because I don't want to get cut. I guess you could say I put onion now. I have to put a little salt on it. I forgot to put a little salt on it. I better do that because it's going to be a little bland. I don't want to put too much on. I got to be careful. But I did slice some onions, and I'm used to that because when I was married to my ex, he always wanted onions in his potatoes, so I'm used to putting them in there. They do make the potatoes taste better. And I used the slicer for the onions as well. So it worked out. It worked out really, really well. I just took the potatoes and I cut them in half, and then I put the half that was cut, put them on these prongs, as you can see. You stick them on these prongs, and then you put it back on top of here, and then you just run it back and forth on your slicer. Now this is like a mandolin. You see them in Walmart, they got these, but you don't want to use it without this guard. That's why I showed you with the guard, because you will lose a fingernail, you will lose some skin, because this is a very sharp a piece of equipment, really. Oh, awesome. Awesome. That sounds so awesome. That sounds good, too. I waited for the longest time to get this Simple Slicer. And at Erlene's party, I think it was Erlene's party or one other one. I think it was hers. I don't know, it was somebody else's. I decided to buy the Simple Slicer. But they said, I'm getting tired of not being able to fix fried potatoes, because I wasn't going to cut them up with a paring knife. It doesn't matter how sharp your paring knife is, and it doesn't matter how sharp your paring knife is, you're not going to get them the same thickness. You're going to get some thicker than others. And these are all the same sizes. You can see they're the same thickness, and they're all going to fry evenly. It's an awesome tool. So if you haven't got the slicer, tried baking them? No. You mean the chips? No, I haven't. I haven't tried that yet. No. There's a lot of things I haven't tried. I need to do that yet. But I wanted to demonstrate on how to use the Simple Slicer, because people will want to know how to use it. I mean, you know something? This probably, like everything else, looks intimidating to everybody. This looks very intimidating because it looks very sharp. Right now it's in the lock position, so we won't get hurt on it. Oh, right. Oh, thank you. Right now it's in the lock position because you can rub your hand across the top and you won't lose your fingernail or skin. But when you put it in the unlock position, that's when you have to be careful. So I keep it in the lock position when it's in my, I don't have it in the drawer, but when I go to wash it, I make sure that because I wash everything by hand, so I make sure it's not unlocked, because I don't want to grab it and then I get cut on it really bad. I see Alexis is in here. Good to see you, Alexis. Haven't seen you in a while. Oh, you usually steam potatoes on the stove? I love fried potatoes. I really do. Fried potatoes are so good, and I haven't had them in a long time. Well, I like mashed potatoes too. Baked potatoes, but I like fried potatoes. And once I got the Simple Slicer, boy, I've used this thing, and it's paid for itself already. And I think Alexis is not in here to ask her, but I think it's about $35, I think, something like that. I don't have my book working right off the hand. Maybe Erlene can look up in the book. I think it's $35 or so if they raise the price. Oh, you got a different phone? Oh, you had problems with your other phone, did you, Alexis? I know you haven't been on Periscope for quite a while. Then I didn't come into your Periscope the other day when you come on. I was doing something and I couldn't get in there. But it's good to see everybody in here and sharing this out. This is awesome because this is a demonstration, one that I don't usually do, but I thought, well, what the hey, I might as well demonstrate. Oh, no. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's great, Alexis. So which one did you get? Oh, thank you. I wanted to do this, and I'm going to start doing this a little bit more because people want to see how these Pampered Chef tools work, to get a little idea if it's going to fit their home and the way they do things. Well, this fits me absolutely fine because I love fried potatoes. And this thing with it making them all the same, that's what I like about this, that you can adjust it for 1/16, 2/16, or 3/16. I usually use the 2/16. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. You'll have to come back and see how I demonstrated the simple slicer, but here's my potatoes. And they're all getting done at the same. They're not quite brown yet, but because I like them good and brown. But aren't they getting nice? Look at that. And they're so thin. You can see they're like paper thin. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. They're almost paper thin, and that's what I like about them. Paper thin. You can't beat it. And I put a little bit of onion in here too. My paring knife just will not cut these paper thin. You know, you can start cutting them paper thin, but as you're going along, you end up cutting some a little bit bigger than others, and you don't want that. You know, so I'm making sure that I cut them paper thin. So I keep them around 1/8 of an inch, which is 2/16 is 1/8. So these potatoes are looking really, really good. I keep the lid on them. That helps them cook a little bit better. But I'm trying to promote these products because a lot of people want to know about the Pampered Chef products before they buy them, and that's understandable. I should have demonstrated this yesterday because it was the last day of my party, and on Arlene's too. But at least I'm showing it now how to demonstrate how it really works. Because I can, like the other day, I was showing you, well, this is how you do it. But until you actually see somebody using it with some food, you're not going to get the gist of it. But you saw how I went back and forth. This here locked on my skillet. And I just hold on to the handle, just take this back and forth. This is the guard, and this comes off, and potatoes go on here, your pickles or your zucchini, and then it slides back on here and just goes back and forth. Yeah, you're probably right. I never thought about that. Absolutely. I got some shredded cheese. I'll have to put some on top of there. You're right. I never thought about it. Let me get some out and put some on there. I just happen to have some. Somebody mentioned it, and I've got the vegan cheddar cheese, and I'm going to have to put some on top. When I get these done, I'm going to slice them up, or not slice them up, but put some on here. Yeah, it would absolutely be. Yeah, I put some onions on here right now. But this would you're absolutely right, would be yummy. To see they're getting good and done. Nice and done. I think I can put while they're still going yet, put the cheese in there. Melted cheese on here would really be good. The shredded cheese. Now, I couldn't get the regular cheddar. This is the Mexican, but it's the yellow and white together, but it's absolutely good. This is the, Walmart carries this, and I'm surprised. And this is vegan, go veggie, and I buy this a lot. Use this for a different recipe. It's awesome. Awesome. And it tastes just like cheese. Looks like it, too. So it's awesome. So I'm going to put the lid back on. I'm trying to get that melted in there. And I'm going to have some awesome cheese. Well, I probably am. I make myself hungry when I... And for those that were not in my Periscope yesterday, I made some lentil burgers. If you want to see how I made the lentil burgers, go into my Periscope from yesterday and see how it held together fine. It only had 7 ingredients in it. Oh, thank you. And I had one lentil burger yesterday for lunch because it made 3. The recipe made 3. So this is my second one. I got the other one in the refrigerator. They're very simple to make. There's only 7 ingredients in the recipe, and they're awesome. I don't know if I put it up on my. I think I put it up on my vegan page. I have to put it up there yet. I haven't done that yet. Yesterday was my party, and I wanted to get my party done so I could go ahead and concentrate now. And I've even changed the picture on it. Went back to normal picture, but. If you haven't seen the Periscope from yesterday, then just go in there and see how I made my veggie burgers. You'd be pleasantly surprised. They're very, very easy to make. I'm just going to kind of stir this around, get this cheese melted in here. See how they're getting nice and brown? But that's awesome, Greg, suggesting that cheese. I never thought of that before. But oh my goodness, yes. Don't they look awesome? And like I said, this is the 10-inch pan from Pampered Chef. And this is one of the Pampered Chef spatulas. The bigger one is still in the sink. I gotta wash it yet, so I have to use this one. But it works. But these potatoes look awesome. And I thank you for suggesting that. Oh yeah, you're probably right, Cheryl. You're right. So you're the one that suggested it. Cheryl's always suggesting good things, and I want to thank Cheryl and Yamil, Patty Becker, Erlene, and Alex. And did I forget anybody? There were 6 people that ordered on my party, and I'm so thankful that they ordered on my party because I was able to get some free gifts, and Erlene and I were able to get the blender. I got it 60% off. So, and I was able to get one for my daughter as well. Buy one for her. Get some money off for her. So, that was an awesome thing. I wish I could have had more people bought than did, but 6 people bought, and I think that was absolutely marvelous because I had 215 in free products. So when I get them boxes, I'll probably have a couple boxes. When I get those boxes, I'll do an unboxing because I'm going to have 9 free products that I'm getting, plus the blender and probably some other couple free ones that she always throws in. Oh, you're going to have to try it? Oh, yes. Well, you know, this potato recipe, and I think these are pretty much done. I'm going to turn them off now, but I've pretty much made it myself. But if you want to try this lentil burger, just go into my vegan page, and you'll see how I made the lentil burger. I'm going to put a thing down on here so you can see that. Leave it in the skillet. I need to get me some more hot pads, so I was buying me some. Anyway, I'm going to sit this on here so then you can see. There. Now you can see. I'll put this up just a little bit. There you can see. Oh, just about tipped my tripod over. There, we don't want to do that. Okay. There. Now you can see that they look really good. They got the cheese and everything in them. That was an awesome suggestion to put the cheese in there because they look so good, don't they? They got nice and brown, and you can see they're nice and thin. They fried up so good. I'm not going to try one right now because they're really hot. But the simple slicer, I was demonstrating this, and since I've got the pan sitting here, I can demonstrate. I'm already done, but I will show you how I did it. This latches onto your pan just like this. It's got a latch on it. What I did is I cut the potatoes in half, and I put the cut part that I cut off down on these prongs, okay? And then you put it back on here, and this just slides back and forth, just like this. This is the guard. It slides back and forth like this so that you don't get cut. You know, I've got it in a locked position now for a reason. I don't want to get cut on it. But you just slide it back and forth, and when it gets flush like this, then you know the potato or whatever you're cutting is out. Then you just lift this up and put some more on your prongs again. It's that simple. It's a real easy product to use. I love it. And I always tell people to keep it in the locked position when you're not using it because you're going to lose some skin. You're going to lose nail and everything else if you don't keep it in the locked position. It's very, very sharp. And let me tell you. So I keep it in the locked position. In fact, I had it in locked position when I started using it, and I wondered why I wasn't taking the potatoes off. Yeah. It really is. It's really handy. It's something that I've always wanted to do, fried potatoes, because I love fried potatoes, but I didn't want to do them with my paring knife because you don't get them the same thickness. Let me get some water. You're invariably going to get one. You're going to get some that are not going to be as done as others if you use the paring knife because you can't get them the same thickness. You're going to get them too thick, and I don't like that. So that's why I use the simple slicer. You can use it for your cucumbers. You can also use it for your zucchini, probably carrots too. It's about it. You can't use it for your soft ones like tomatoes or anything. Yes. This is at Walmart. That's where I got mine. It's in the deli section at Walmart. And I made a sandwich with my vegan, or with my lentil burger. So you'll have to look at my recipe from yesterday, my Periscope from yesterday, to see how I made these. There was only 7 ingredients, and they're awesome. They're really good. It made 3 lentil burgers. So I thought I'd have one yesterday. I'll have one today with my potatoes. And that's my lunch. But look at these potatoes. Don't they look so good? And Cheryl on saying about the cheese, I never thought about that. But boy, that's really going to class them up. It's got cheese in it. It's got onions in it. Oh, it's awesome. It's just really awesome. Oh, thank you for muting. I didn't even see what the comment was. So thank you for taking care of that. But this is a simple recipe. In fact, you know, I might take my burger off of here and try to put it on the potato. Well, it's trying to break up. I don't want to do that. I'll just leave it on here. I don't want to break it anymore. I was going to put it in here and warm it up a little bit, but I think I can I'll eat it just the way it is. I don't want to break it anymore. But anyway, that's it. These are very good burgers. So I suggest you watch the Periscope from yesterday and see how I made them. Oh, hi, Alexis. I used the simple slicer and I demonstrated how to do it. Oh, she got muted by accident, but did you unmute her? I hope. Cheryl has suggested I put some cheese on here too, some vegan cheese. So I did that, Alexis. I put onions in it and vegan cheese, and I wanted to demonstrate the simple slicer because it's an awesome. Oh yeah, thank you for unmuting Sharon, because she's a good girl. She's good, and so is Cheryl. You know, it happens. But anyway, I want to demonstrate the simple slicer because I always talk about it, and I want people to understand that this is a nice product to have. And I should have probably promoted it yesterday, since yesterday was the last day of my show. But as you can see, this is how. And since you didn't see too well when it was in this is how I do it. You'll see how that's got a little latch there. You sit this on here like this, and I'll keep it in the lock position. But then you just go back and forth. This is your guard. And this is where you take and put your potato or whatever you're slicing up, your cucumber. Now, cucumbers and zucchini would be really great to slice up for a salad, because that's another thing that you can't get exactly the right size. You know, you get one thicker than the other. So that makes it good for that too. And I love this simple slicer. I have used this so much that I keep it out here at all times so I can go grab it when I need it. But I like it for this. Because I watched Alexis on her Periscope one day. She took a potato and cut it in half. That's a real smart idea. Cut it in half and put the half that you cut down on the prongs and put it on here, and just go back and forth, and it cuts the potatoes up really thin. As you can see, it made these really, really nice. I mean, you can see how good they really look. That's awesome. I mean, they're going to be so mouth-watering, and I'm going to eat it with my my lentil burger sandwich. I wanted to demonstrate Pampered Chef products too, because Alexis is always demonstrating them, and hi, good to see you, welcome. And I don't demonstrate them enough. I tell you, well, this is how you use them, but to actually show you by using it on food makes more sense, because then the people can actually see it at work and see how it really does. And you can see that these are very thin slices. They're almost like they're paper thin. Very, very thin. Nice slices. Really, really thin. Like that. It's real, real thin. Real, real thin. I love the wax. I love it because it's done the job for me, and I know it'll do the job for you. I don't know who's having parties now. Mine just ended yesterday, and I do appreciate all those that did purchase on my party. But feel free, if you need something from Pampered Chef, to let Alexis know. Go into her profile and click on her link in her profile, and you'll see the catalog there, and buy the something in the catalog. You got the quick slicer, you got the simple slicer, you got the quick cooker that I use all the time. You got the the new blender. Okay, Alexis, just be careful. I figured she was there driving. So we can't really talk to Alexis, but we can just I can't ask her questions, but we can talk with her driving anyway. Welcome to those coming in for the very first time. You'll have to go back and watch the replay to see how I use the simple slicer and how it did on these potatoes. They are going to be very, very good. I love fried potatoes anyway, and now these got onions on them, and they got some shredded cheese on them. Well, you'll have to go in and watch the replay. I can only show you just by demonstrating it on here so that you can see. I've got it in the lock position right now, but like I said, this is the guard. This is where your potatoes and your vegetables go on these prongs. You cut them in half or whatever, and put the cut part down on the prongs. Stick this back on here, and then just go back and forth. And this will eventually, this will be up like this at first, and as it starts going down, this will sit flush with this, and you know when it becomes flush with the rest of it that it's time to take it off and put a new one on. That's how I gauge it, because it's completely out. I believe, and Alexis is driving right now. She's in here, but she's driving and she can't answer. I believe it's 35. 35 for this. I can go get the catalog and I can look for you real quick. Let me go get the catalog and I can look it up. I don't know where it went to now, but not so well. Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. I don't know where it's at right now. I misplaced it, but anyway, I think it's $35. I believe it's $35. At least I don't think they raised the price of this. Some of the things they raised the price of, and this is actually the best $35. Oh, catalog's in your purse. Well, I got my catalog someplace, but I misplaced it, Alexis. I was looking through it and I misplaced it, but I do believe that it's is it $40? Did the price go up? Okay, it went up then, because it was $35. I know they raised the prices of some of them. Even so, $40 is a good deal for this. You're getting a good product for that. The catalog is in Alexis's profile. Everything that's in the catalog is in her profile. The catalog is on there. You can look at it online. That's more convenient to me. Although, since my party just ended yesterday and I had to get 215, I was allowed to get 215 free product. I wanted to go through the catalog at my leisure to find what I was looking for. But actually, when you want to buy something online, just go through the catalog. There's different categories there, whether it's cookware or knives or whatever it might be. It gives you the price of it right there in the catalog, so you know. Oh, it is. She said it's $40, so they raised this. This was $35, so they raised it. But still, that's a good price, because you're getting a very good tool, and it's versatile. You don't have to just use potatoes with it. You can use cucumbers and your zucchini, maybe carrots. I haven't tried it with that yet either. I haven't tried it with the cucumbers or zucchini yet either, but. I'm going to do that, but I've been wanting fried potatoes for so long, and this is awesome that you got a tool that will actually get them the same size, the same thickness, because you and I both know, and I think you've probably run into the same thing too. You'll start cutting them thin, but then as you're going along, they'll get thicker and thicker and thicker, and you wonder, well, how did that happen? You can't really get them all the same size. You just try to judge with your eyes how to get them, but that's not the same as putting it in here and actually letting letting this simple slicer do all the work for you. I usually set it for 2/16, which is 1/8, the middle one, because you got 3 settings on here, and it slices it just right. Yes, that's right. Sweet potatoes. Yes, you're right. I could have used it on the sweet potato when I had, and I didn't think about that. When I used my sweet potato last week, I think it was, for some soup or something, I could have actually sliced them up with that. And I didn't even think about it. Yeah, you're right, because it's a hard vegetable as well. Yeah, you would. Just peel the sweet potato and put the cut part on the prongs. It would work really well, yeah. Because, why make it hard for yourself when you can use a tool that makes it easy for you to get it the way you want it, the way you'd like to have it, or the way it should be? Because I don't like one a slice of potato being thicker than the rest. I like mine all the same thickness. That way I know they're going to get done. As you can see, this got done perfectly. This is so nice. They got done really well. They look nice. And I know they're going to taste good too. Let me get a fork. I think I'm going to cool down a little. Because this is my lunch. And I'm going to taste it with that cheese and that onion and that on there. It'll be really good. Wow. That is a good flavor. Because you got your onion and you got your shredded cheese mixed in there. It's so nice. Those are coming in. You'll have to go back and watch the replay on the how I use the simple slicer. I'm going to start doing that a little bit more. I'll do cooking scopes, but I'm also going to come in and do demonstrations because people like to see how things work. I still plan on doing the coconut cream, whipped cream in the whipped cream maker, but I keep forgetting to put a can of coconut cream in the refrigerator. That's a must. You've got to have it in the refrigerator overnight. So I'll probably do that when I get off of here. Or maybe tonight before I go to bed, I'll put it in there. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. But I like demonstrating these products because they're so nice. They're very easy to use. And I swear by Pampered Chef. I wouldn't go back to anything else. You know, the thing of it is, you kind of get spoiled with something. You start working with something, you get spoiled on it. I guess I'm spoiled with Pampered Chef now. I wish I'd have had it years ago. And the first thing I had was that food chopper, the onion chopper. I still can't remember where I got that, when I got it. But I've had that for a long time, and I'm kind of spoiled on Pampered Chef now, which I guess is okay because the products are so great. And everybody knows this is one of the skillets. This is the 10-inch skillet. Where the handles come off. The cookware set is $450. It's an awesome set. I know a lot of people can't afford $450, but you're getting a good set. You're getting the 8-inch, the 10-inch, you're getting the 2-quart saucepan, and you're getting the stock pot, the soup pot if you want to call it. The 12-inch you have to buy by itself. You can. And I have that one where I bought the 12-inch skillet, so I have them all. I do not have the stainless steel skillet, the one that Alexis has, the stainless steel one. I don't have that one. But I don't really need that one when I've got the 12-inch that matches this because I want everything to match together. But in case you don't know it, this is 4 layers of titanium. So you can use metal in here, although I prefer not to. But you can use metal in here. It will not flake off into your food, which, you know, regular Teflon will or anything else that's you got your that you can scratch real easy because it may be you know, non-stick, but if you scratch it just one little bit, it's going to start flaking off and your food's going to start sticking, and you don't like that. This won't happen. It won't happen at all, and that's what's so nice about this. And they're very, very easy to clean up too. You put it in the hot water. Once you put it in hot water, you don't really have to take much of a rag to it. It cleans it right up. They're self-cleaning. I did get some of the barkeeper's friend to do them because we don't have Bonami here in our area. Because I saw Alexis do a Facebook thing on how to clean the bottom of your pans. So I got some barkeeper's friend and used it on the bottom of these pans, these skillets and stuff, and it works really well. It cleans them right up. So she showed you how to do that. There's different ways to keep your things really clean. You know, Quick Cooker, they have a special way to keep that clean too. And anybody that orders the deluxe cooking blender, there is a Facebook page for the deluxe cooking blender. I joined it this morning. Erlene did, and my daughter did, since we're all going to get the blender. And that'll help with recipes. Anybody that has questions on how it's being used and what you can put in it and stuff like that. Probably how to clean it if they're not sure. You know, because you've got to make sure that you don't get it wet. So I'm hoping that once I get that I can, I'll be demonstrating that too. Alexis demonstrated it this morning. She made some black bean brownies in it this morning. She mixed the batter up in the blender and then she put it in the oven. It looked really, really good. She used a brownie mix and some black beans. Some people said that they don't know if they like black bean brownies. I did make some a while back. I believe it was brownies or cupcakes, one of the two. And actually they were better than I thought they were going to be. I'll eat black beans that way, but it seems like when I did them in burgers, they didn't turn out Maybe it was human error on my part, the way I did it. I don't know. Or I had them too dry or something. Oh, you didn't like that? Oh, you didn't like it, Alexis? Oh, man. Oh, you did? Awesome, Erlene. So needless to say, you're not going to make those again, Alexis, huh? Well, it was something you tried for the first time. And, you know, you never know when you try it. You gave them all away. Well, somebody else might like them, too. They looked good. They looked good, but sometimes that's just the thing. They can look better than they taste. You know, I think taste to me is more important than looks. However, if you're going to give them away, you want them to look good too. To them, the ones that you gave them to, they'll appreciate them and they'll eat them. But needless to say, you probably won't make those again. Oh, not what you wanted. No, I'm sure you didn't. Oh, you make them without eggs. Oh, yes, yes. Well, I was kind of wondering about those this morning, Alexis. When you made those, I wondered how they're really going to taste. But I see that you didn't really like them too. But you know, that happens. I've done recipes too that I thought were really good. They looked good on the surface. And when they come out, they looked good, but they tasted horrible. It's just the combination of ingredients just was not feasible. Oh, you'll use sweet potatoes? Awesome. So, and you know, that's what happens. You think they're going to be okay, but when you get right down to it, they don't look as good and don't taste as good as you thought. You know, there's something about some of those recipes sometimes. You like the other recipe better? I suppose so, Alexis. Well, at least I'll say one thing. You gave it a try. So now you know that you didn't like it very well, so you won't try that one again. I'm like that too. If there's a recipe that I don't like, I'll just discard it and won't make it again. Because there's no sense in making it again because it's going to taste the same again anyway. So I like to try things once too, but you know, that happens. We all have a problem where things just don't work out like they should. I wish that when I made stuff, it tasted better than it does too, but it just doesn't sometimes. And I'm wondering, what did I do wrong? Yeah, burn that recipe. Yep, you're right. Burn that. Yep. I agree with you. The recipes that I end up not liking and I don't use again, the ones that I've saved on Pinterest, I'll just discard them because I'm not going to make them again. Because I don't want to come along and try to make it again. And I thought, well, I've tasted this one before. And I don't like the taste of it. So, because I've got so many saved, and if I don't start weeding them out when I make them, now the ones I like and I want to make again, of course not on here. If I've made them on here before, I'll make them without being on camera. But if I like them, I'll make them again. If I don't like them, I'll just discard them. You know, that's simple to do. Not really. I've never had habaneros. They're probably on the hot side. And since you don't know me that well, I don't do anything real hot. I don't like hot stuff. It upsets my stomach. So I don't really care for them. Yeah, see, Alexis likes them, but not everybody's going to like that hot stuff. I'm sure there'd probably be a substitution for it. There's a substitution for a lot of things. Like when she made the caramel sauce, she used heavy cream. Well, when I make the caramel sauce in the blender, I'm going to use coconut cream because that's one of the substitutions. And it'll taste just as good with the coconut cream as it did with her heavy cream. You know, you just have to do it what suits you the best, you know. But I did like the way it looked. I mean, it looked awesome. And I bet it tasted good too. That tastes good on popcorn. It tastes good on apples, caramel apples. You can use palm. Oh, I do use palm sugar. Yes, I do use palm sugar. I use coconut sugar. Yes, I use palm sugar. Ice cream. Oh, yes, Alexis, right. That caramel ice cream, it would be awesome. I bet it did taste good on that. But it looked so good. And a while back, she made a strawberry jam, too. in the blender, and that looked really good. She had the low sugar one, and she bought the regular sugar one. I've already gone out and bought the Sure Gel, so I'd have it when I want to make it. So I've bought both kinds, the low sugar and the I just have to get the fruit and stuff, but I already went and bought that so I can make it when it comes time. I guess I'm getting really prepared now that my show's over. They can ship it anytime, and when I get it, I'm sure gonna use it a lot. I'll have a lot of unboxing to do when I get the stuff, but I'm getting anxious to use it because Alexis has really shown what that can really do. 2 peak horsepower, you know, that's awesome. And since I got a Vitamix with the blender, I'm going to put them side by side, and I'm going to run a test on them off camera though. But I'm going to run a test on them to see how they compare. And I'm sure there's going to be a different comparison because they're not the same machine at all. One's a cooking blender and the other one is not. So we'll see. So that's what you do. You just compare it. But for the longest time, Alexis used that, excuse me, that Ninja. Now she's giving it to her son, and now she's got the cooking blender. She's going to really get into that cooking blender. You know, she's using a cooking blender a lot over her quick cooker. You know, she called me a pro in the quick cooker. Well, we'll see how I do with the cooking blender. Yeah, I do. I'll probably donate that to yeah, I'm vegan. I'll probably donate that to Goodwill though. I've got a lot of stuff I need to start donating and do it that way. Start weeding things out. Yeah, I know the Ace blender won't be as good as the Pampered Chef blender as far as the horsepower, because it is okay. Thank you for coming in, Alexis, and have a great and wonderful day. I know they both cook, but the thing of it is, the Ace blender is not going to have the horsepower that the cooking blender will have. Hi, sweetie. Look at my potatoes that came out. Didn't they come out nice? Look at that. Oh, you need high protein. Hi, sweetie. Those that may not know it, that's my daughter that just came in, Laura 0475. That's my daughter. She's gonna be glad she's getting the new cooking blender. I haven't, but you know, Cheryl, she was in here and she says, I put onions in here. I sliced up some onion with the simple slicer too. And Cheryl says, well, that would be good with some vegan shredded cheese. And I says, yes, it would. So I got some vegan shredded cheese out and put that in it. And it's got onions in it and the vegan cheddar cheese. And it's awesome. It tastes so good. But you can see it really did a good job. It really did. Yes, we're all three of us are excited to get our blenders. We really are. No, this is not coconut. This is vegan cheese. This has got, it's almost like your regular shredded cheese, but it's vegan. It doesn't have anything in it that's going to harm you. There are some things you have to look out for, but this does not have anything in it that's going to harm me. But this looks and tastes just like your cheddar cheese, your regular cheese, but it's vegan. Yeah, well, you're not gonna, if you expect this to taste 100% like the cheese that you buy in the store, the American cheese, it will not, but close enough. Oh man, I've already tried a little bit of it, and it is really good with the onion in there, a little bit of salt, and the cheddar cheese on top. Bless it, Cheryl's heart for suggesting the vegan cheese, and that's awesome. You know, because I'm going to have a good lunch. And those that were in here yesterday or weren't in here, this is it started falling apart, but my veggie burger, I'm going to have a veggie burger sandwich along with these potatoes for lunch. So that's my lunch for today. And those that just came in, you could go back and watch the replay as to how I use a simple slicer. But basically, I'll go over it real quick for those that just came in. This here is like a notch. It sits on the edge of your skillet. Now, I've got the thing off for a reason. I don't want to get hurt. But this is your guard. You use your guard, and you just go back and forth like this. This thing will be up like this when you got your vegetables in here. Hi, good to see you. And then as you're starting to slice your potatoes or your cucumbers, zucchini, or whatever, this thing will gradually go down. And as it gets down flush like this, you pull this off, and then just hold on to it like this and put your potato or zucchini, your cut end of your potato, zucchini, or pickles or cucumber on here, and put it back on, and then slice the next one. It's like a Pampered Chef man. It's not really a mandolin, but it looks like a mandolin. Yes, it's called the Simple Slicer. Alexis just checked the price, and it's $40. So it has gone up in price from $35 to $40. They did raise the price of some things, so it's probably unaffordable for some people. But I bought it at the end when it was $35, and I'm glad I got it because this is a very good tool to use. It's very safe. Oh, that's stupid. That's a dumb question. Hi, good to see you. It's not that person. You are. That's a distraction. You are rude. Oh, thank you for muting that person. Why would I use it on my feet? Oh, it is. It's absolutely wonderful, Bruce. It's awesome. Look at how my potatoes came out. They came out awesome, didn't they? This has got my onion on there. And it's got sea salt on it. And it's got vegan cheese, Go Veggie shredded cheese on it. And it's awesome. Oh yes. Okay, sweetie, you can get, because I'll be going off in a little bit because I got to eat this. But oh, thank you. Yes, these potatoes are gonna be awesome with onion in it and salt. And your vegan shredded cheese, because Cheryl Fraser was in here, and she says that would be awesome with shredded cheese on top. And I says, well, thank you, Cheryl. I think I will put that on top. So I put it on top before the potatoes were completely done, and got it inside, and it melted in there, and it looks awesome. But this is a real good tool and I'm using it on the fried potatoes because I want my potatoes all the same thickness. I don't like it when one potato is thicker than another, or slices one is thicker than another, because they don't all get done at the same time. Oh, right. Yes, well, I did put a little bit of onion. I did cut the onion up a little bit, though. I cut it, I only used half the onion. I halved it and then I quartered it, and then I just used this on. But this Simple Slicer is awesome. My daughter can't afford this, so I'm getting her something similar to the Simple Slicer. And I said I'd get her, it looks like the Simple Slicer at Walmart. It's not, but it works just like it. It's got a guard and everything. And I said I'd get it for her and I'll send it to her, because she needs something like that for her potatoes, because she's like me. You can't get them all the same size anyway. Right. With the guard, you don't cut yourself. That's why it's important to use this guard, because you'll lose a nail, you'll lose your, you'll lose skin, and you don't want that in your food. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, that's okay, sweetie. But I was asking Alexis what the price was, and she checked it was $40. So it's gone up in price. So that it's getting a little high. I paid $35 for this, which I thought was a good deal. A lot of people probably won't pay $40, but if I didn't have it, I probably still would, because it's a good, because it's something that is very valuable. But this does such a good job, and I like to promote Pampered Chef because they're good products, and if you don't have them, I suggest that you buy some, if you can afford them. But I'm going to go off of here in a little bit so I can eat these potatoes before they get real cold. But I'll bring them up to the camera. You can see how well they look. Don't they look good? No, I didn't. No, this doesn't have any coconut water in it. No, it's just fried potatoes. I just put a little oil in the skillet, of olive oil, fried potatoes with onions and a little salt, and my vegan shredded cheese in it, and that's all it's got in it. It looks awesome, doesn't it? And then I'm going to eat my if you can see, this is a lentil burger sandwich. This is the lentil burgers I made yesterday on my Periscope. So if you didn't see my Periscope from yesterday, I know, Bruce, you weren't in here, so go back and look at that. Oh, thank you. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. That's why I wanted to come in here and demonstrate the Simple Slicer. I'm going to come in here more and start demonstrating more things. I want to make the coconut whipped cream because Holistic Deb had asked about it. And I do too. So I thought I better I'm going to have to get some coconut cream in the refrigerator so I can use the whipped cream maker and make the coconut whipped cream, because she's been wanting me to do that. And I've been neglecting to put it in the refrigerator, and it has to be in the refrigerator at least overnight anyway, so I'll have to get it in there so I can do that for her and demonstrate for you guys too. Now, hopefully it'll work out, because I've had problems with it before, not doing very well, but it's in a whipped cream maker, Bruce. I'll tell you, it's you use a can of coconut cream, you put it in the refrigerator, and then you put like a little bit of vanilla and powdered sugar in it, and you whip it up. This is a whipped cream maker, and I'll mix it in here. It's got a line here, and this, you pump this up and down, and it whips it and gives it to stiff peaks. It can also be done in a bowl with a mixer as well. But I thought, well, I might as well use the whipped cream maker, because Erlina got this for me a while back as a gift. So, yeah, it does. Oh, you need one of these gadgets. These are awesome. They're also a Pampered Chef. That's Pampered Chef as well. Everybody knows this is a garlic press, and I've demonstrated this before. This is the garlic press from Pampered Chef. This is also something that Erlene got me. That's from Pampered Chef. Yes, it's Pampered Chef. Most of the stuff I'm demonstrating, this skillet's Pampered Chef. Of course, the Simple Slicer is Pampered Chef. This is Pampered Chef. This is also Pampered Chef. Oh, absolutely. You're gonna they're love it. But I will plan on doing that tomorrow. Hopefully it will work out. I've got to make sure I don't get any liquid or anything in it, so I'll try to whip it up real good and see if I can do it for you. Yeah, they are. They make the best products for the best value, because they stand behind their guarantee, and they've got a real good guarantee, and a money back guarantee, and they also have very good customer service. That's why I like them. They have very good customer service. My party just ended yesterday, and Alexa submitted it last night. So, yeah, I think we wish we could buy them all, but you know something? It's unaffordable to buy everything. I buy what I can when I can, but I can't buy everything. That's right. Oh, yeah, they don't break. Well, let's put it that way. Let's put it this way, Bruce. They can break, because Erlene had things break on her, and she got them replaced for her. They can break, but normally they don't. Oh, that's what everybody keeps telling me. Oh, yeah, on the mystery show. You're right. You're right, Erlene. Well, she's going to have the mystery box coming up, and I don't know when that'll be. And I'll have 6 tickets for the mystery box. So we'll see who's going to win the mystery box. So that's from the hosts. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to get off of here now so I can eat these potatoes and eat my lentil burger. They stand behind their products. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because like I said, I'm going to start coming in here and demonstrating more the products, because people want to see them in action. You can talk about them, but if they don't see them in action, it doesn't mean as much. So if they see them in action, then it gets them to thinking, well, maybe I do need that after all. You too. So I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna make this my final shot. So I'm gonna say, I hope you all have a great and marvelous evening. Take care. God bless. And until we meet again, bye-bye. Oh, you too. Bye-bye.